Hey, how's it going, Vibe Tribe? My name is Parker, back with another reaction video. Today we got 101 facts about the UK. Honestly, I don't know how it made me this long to make a reaction video to this. I've been doing videos about the UK for a good minute now, and this is a pretty, important video at that rate. I do want to stress though that if anything is wrong in this video, because I looked at it looked like it was made in 2017, so like 4 years ago. So if anything is outdated or wrong or whatever, feel free to let me know in the comments. And also I want to warn y'all, it's already a long video at 28 minutes, and I'm not the kind of person to just sit here and watch it. I'm going to be saying stuff, I'm going to be pausing it, stuff like that. So it's going to be a long video. I just want to warn y'all. So get your bathroom breaks done, get popcorn if you need it, get a drink, whatever you need to do before I start, because it's going to be a long one. Oh, also, a couple of people were requesting Jim Jeffries gun control, and I had mentioned that I was going to do it in the comments, and I tried to, and it got blocked. Mostly because that segment is from a Netflix special, I think, and if you try to react to Netflix, they're gonna get your ass. So I'm sorry if you're really looking forward to that. I enjoyed the content, but I just can't post it, so sorry about that, but I wanted to adjust that. Now let's hop into it.
Wasted at 9 a.m. in the morning, drunk when the sun comes up, now I'm lonely. Wasted at 9 a.m. in the morning, drunk.
Alright, y'all, let's get it. Let's start learning these facts.
Good evening, afternoon, morning, or any other time to you loyal motherfactors, and welcome to this rather British version of 101 Facts. I'm your designated subject, Sam, and today I'm here to talk about the country of James Bond, Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Who,
Churchill, the Beatles, Sean Connery, Harry Potter.
Yes, thank you, Hugh. I'm here to talk about the United Kingdom. But how much tea do we drink as a nation every day? How many times do we have sex in our lifetimes? Do we have sex with the tea? 2 out of 3 of those questions are going to be answered, so kneel before Her Majesty the Queen and prepare to receive a knighthood from the Facting Empire, while eating a crumpet and mainlining swan blood. Lovely stuff. This is 101 facts about the United Kingdom.
Oh shit. I'm excited for this one. Alright. Start rolling them off.
In case you thought this was a video about me calling a knight named Ed Kingdom, it ain't. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is a sovereign country consisting of England, Wales, Scotland, and, guess who? Northern Ireland. Yeah. Number 2. The Union Jack is a Marvel character, but also a flag. Rather cleverly, it's the flags of England, Scotland, and Ireland's St. Patrick's Saltire flag all merged together. Sorry, Wales, there was no room for a dragon on there. Number 3. St. George's Cross is widely known as the flag for England. It is a red cross atop a white flag and came into use in the late 18th century. Sorry, I'm not sure why I'm doing that dusty old librarian voice, but I can't seem to help it. Number 4. St. Andrew's Cross is the flag of Scotland. Come on, stop doing that voice. According to legend, it's a cross because of a battle between the Scots and the Angles. Nope, not those kind of Angles, although that is a cute one. During this battle, the clouds in the sky apparently formed into an X, thus marking the flag.
Wow.
Number 5. Cool. This is Wales's flag, which is a lot better than the others, mainly due to the fact it has a dragon on it. But why? Welly well, my sugar plum fairy. It was the symbol of the King of Gwynedd, named King Cadwallader. Number 6.
This music type, dude. Alright, so I knew about which flags belong to which country within the UK. I just didn't know the backstories on them, so that was interesting. Alright, let's get to more stuff that I don't know anything about.
Northern Ireland doesn't have its own flag. Sorry, Northern Ireland. Number 7. England and Wales were united in 1536 like ex-lovers. Then Scotland joined in 1707 like a swingers party that created Great Britain. Renamed the United Kingdom in 1801 when Ireland was added too. Number 8. As of 2013, the population of the UK is 64.1 million. England has 53 of those millions, Scotland has 5.3 million, Wales 3 million, and Northern Ireland 1.8.
Damn, why is there so many people in England compared to everything else? Is that mostly just London? Like, is most of that extra population just seen in London, or is it kind of noticeable everywhere? Let me know.
Million. Number 9. The UK is close to 95,000 square miles. Number 10. The UK's longest coastline is around 5,000 miles. The exact distance the Proclaimers will walk for you. That's nice. Number 11. Our highest mountain is Ben Nevis, because we like naming things Ben in the UK. Benny Boy can be found in Scotland at just over 1,340 metres high. Number 12. We have, and this is an actual measurement, a ton of history in the UK, dating all the way back to 6,500 BC. All over the UK, you'll find monuments marking its history, from Stonehenge to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Number 13. Perhaps because of this, and because its residents are kooky folk like me, in 2010, 29.6 million people visited Britain, spending an average of £563 per person, and stayed 7 days on average. Number 14.
Ooh, got a lot of tourists there, huh? I know, fact 12, when he was talking about all the history, that's the part that I'm interested in. Like, if I was gonna visit the UK, I'd want to just visit the most historical areas and stuff like that. Because, I don't know, something about being in the presence of something that you know is hundreds of years old, or 1,000 maybe, you know? It's just cool, and I don't really have that here. Like, the coolest thing I could see easily, like where I live specifically in the US, I could go see like stuff about the Civil War, you know, but that's not that long ago compared to a lot of the stuff in the UK. So I know a lot of you guys were saying you're proud to be British just because of how much history you have, how much you can learn about your own history, which is dope, and I would definitely want to check that out if I ever visited.
We also can't move for bloody castles. There's actually 600 to 700 all across the country, and no, alas, I don't live in one. Number 15. We also have plenty of places of enlightenment and worship. Pubs. Why is that bad? What do you think I meant? By the end of 2015, there were around 52,750 of them. I bet at least 50,000 of them were named the Red Lion or something. Number 16. Oh, according to the Daily Mail, which is something you shouldn't read, by the way, there are 518 pubs in the UK with the name Red Lion. Well, you can keep your Red Lion, mate, because I know which pub I'll go to wait for things to blow over.
Go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
Winchester for life. Number 17. There are stranger pub names out there, including the Bunch of Carrots in Hereford, the Quiet Woman in Buxton, and My Father's Moustache in Lincolnshire.
I feel like the Quiet Woman is kind of a fucked up name. I feel like it alludes to some poor messages, but you know, whatever.
Number 18. English is the official language spoken throughout the UK, clues in the name. But there are other official languages too, such as Welsh, Scots, ordering a kebab while drunk, and Gaelic. Alright, who's laughing at Gaelic? Own up. Number 19. Contrary to what some believe, we're not exactly led by the Queen anymore. The United Kingdom is a parliamentary democracy, which means the government is elected by the people. Number 20. There's a general election once every 5 years to find out who our next PM is going to be, like a very long, tedious, and very boring talent show. The Prime Minister, or the PM as I just said just then, leads the government with the support of the Cabinet, not a literal cabinet, as well as ministers and members of Parliament. Number 21. The UK has had 76 Prime Ministers, including the Great Winston Churchill and, others.
Wait, who is that? I'm sorry, I should know more about this, but I don't. I'm from America. I don't know who that Prime Minister was. Let me know why he was roasting him.
22. The first female Prime Minister was Margaret Thatcher, who seemingly had a hoot. So much so, she ran from 1979 to 19...
Wasn't she like the Woman of Iron or something like that? Woman of Steel? Something about like... Or the Iron Woman? I don't know. Something about being strong.
90 and is the longest serving Prime Minister for over 150 years. Number 23. The United Kingdom joined the European Union in 1979, but, not anymore. Well, not yet anyway, since we're apparently Brexiting the F out of there due to a referendum in June 2016 because reasons. And a bus, mainly. Number 24.
Wow.
In fact, Collins Dictionary made Brexit, which sounds like a breakfast cereal specifically designed for people with diarrhea, but is actually an admittedly terrible fusion of the words Britain and exit, their word of the year in 2016. Number 25.
Oh, I've seen that word so many times in my comments. I'm like, what the hell does this mean? What is going on? Is this an inside joke that I'm not? I understand now. I'm sorry.
Her Majesty the Queen of England II is the head of state in the United Kingdom. As a constitutional monarchy, Her Majesty does not rule the country as such, but the royal family fulfills important ceremonial
Random
and formal
caterpillars.
roles, like celebrating lots of birthdays and showing off their children and corgis. Love you though, your Madge. Number 26. Along with our Queen Lizzie, there's a whole family of royals. Yes, thank you, Lord. Right at the top of the family tree is the arrogantly named Alfred the Great, who defended his kingdom against the Vikings. Number 27. Windsor Castle, where the Queen spends most of her time, is the largest royal home in the world. It's also the oldest continually inhabited royal residence in Britain, don't you know, having been built by William the Conqueror around 1080 AD. Number 20. Nowhere in the UK is more than 75 miles away from the sea. Which is quite lucky, really,
wow.
given that we do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, we do like to be beside the sea. Except,
Damn, there's so much of America where you can be there and be like hundreds of miles away from the sea, which is depressing. Because I love the sea. Me and my girlfriend go to the beach every time we can, honestly. I would love to just always be 70 miles. That's such a small amount. You can drive 70 miles in a very short amount of time. So I'm jealous of that, honestly.
me, actually. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating and it gets everywhere. Number 29. London is the capital of England and the UK, by the way, just in case you weren't aware. Hey, it's a fact, can't sue me. Number 30. Just in case you visit and need to know the laws, you need to be 8.
Man, this cat. Are you good?
18 to drink alcohol, and you're not allowed any drugs at all, not even marijuana. Soz, chaps, but hey, have a cup of tea instead. Number 30.
Hold on. Cat's distracting. I gotta go back. I'm so sorry. Just not listen to what he was saying.
Number 29. London is the capital of England and the UK, by the way, just in case you weren't aware. Hey, it's a fact, can't sue me.
Do people in Scotland and Wales and Ireland get upset that they don't have a capital? Or maybe they do have a capital, but it's not technically the capital of the UK. Or it's not technically the capital of their specific country, because London is the capital of everything. I think that's what he was referencing, but let me know.
Number 30. Just in case you visit and need to know the laws, you need to be 18 to drink alcohol, and you're not allowed any drugs at all, not even marijuana. Soz, chaps, but hey, have a cup of tea instead. Number 31. Rather stereotypically, speaking of tea, every day us British drink 165 million cups of tea, which is over 20 times more than the average American. I think I'm responsible for at least an 18th of that figure. Clive, give me a tea.
I drink coffee.
Number
more
32.
than tea, definitely.
When you think of British food, you probably think of this, or this.
Fish and
Or what
chips.
about this? You should, because the United Kingdom recently named chicken tikka masala as a national dish, which is a spicy curry created in Britain and is actually unheard of.
Look at this cat. Like, I'm trying not to get distracted, but what are you doing? Can you not? Can you lay that? Thank you.
In India itself.
Number 33.
Speaking of fish, and indeed chips, the first fish and chips restaurant was opened in 1860 in London by a Jewish immigrant named Joseph Malin. So thank you, Joseph, for giving me that sweet, sweet newspaper wrap to...
I've never had fish and chips. But also, isn't this... She's found a new evolution of ways to get herself into the video. Yeah, but so is this always what fish and chips is? I mean, obviously not this quality. This looks like it's like some like $5 fast food type shit. But he says this is called fish and chips, but these look like what I would call fries. Are they potato? Are these made of potato? Because this is what I would call like a French fry or something like a fry. But I mean, that's just my American ass coming through, right?
To batter-drenched heart attack. I owe you one. Number 34. Speaking of heart attack, a popular national food of Scotland is haggis. Sheep heart, liver, and mince encased in a stomach. Mmm. You want some haggis, Americans? Do you? Do you want some haggis? Number 35?
Doesn't look appealing
Well,
to me.
that's too bad, because it's illegal to import haggis from the UK into the US, as the American government has declared that sheep lungs are unfit for human consumption. I mean, how dare they? Have they tried American chocolate? It tastes like disappointment in a bar.
It kinda does. American chocolate is kinda shitty, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Number 30.
I don't like chocolate that much in general, but maybe I just haven't had the right kind, you know what I mean?
The Christmas tree in Trafalgar Square is presented every year by the people of Oslo in gratitude for London's assistance during World War II. Number 37. James Bond, or Secretive Jimmy as I call him down the pub, is one of Britain's national heroes. And one of the first people I did 101 facts about, don't you know? His code name, 007, was inspired by the author Ian Fleming's bus route from Canterbury to London. So there you go, not only do you know that now, but you also know the bus route to get from Canterbury to London. You're welcome.
Nice.
Number 38. The London Underground subway, or the Tube, is one of the oldest subways in the world. The 409 escalators in tube stations cover the distance every week, which is approximately equivalent to several trips around the world. So you probably can't ride them all in a day, I'm afraid. Sorry to quash that dream. Number 39. Despite being named as such, more than half of the London Underground is, in fact, above, not underground. Okay. Number 40. The longest escalator in a tube station, incidentally, is at the station Angel, and is the 4th longest escalator in the world. I should know, I used to ride the bloody thing all the time, but then I realised...
So how long is the longest escalator in the
skiing
world?
down it.
That's it. Wait, what?
It's far better, like this guy does.
Oh, that's suicide right there. What?
Number
No.
41.
Is that true? Has someone done that? That's some spooky shit right there.
A new breed of mosquito was found in the tube tunnels in 1998. Scientists believe it mutated from a species that came to the London Underground when it was built in the last century, and has since evolved into a separate species. The meaning of life. Oh hey, London, by the way, hosted the 2012 Olympics in 2012. This was the 3rd time they did so, the first in 1908 and the second in 1948. Number 43. Wales is actually home to a town called... Oh, bloody hell, really? To explain a
What? I was gonna try to sound it out, but fuck that. I'm gonna offend a fourth of the UK just by trying to say this.
Read that? Okay, let's give this a go.
What?
The land fair...
Damn, that's my
Land
hair.
via Paul Gwyngyth, Queen Dropwolf.
What?
The land fair... Oh, screw it. Naomi Watts, help me out here. Thank...
What? Again?
Queen Dropwolf. The land fair... Oh, screw it. Naomi Watts, help me out here. Thank you. This translates to St Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool at the Church of St Tisla.
Are you telling me you couldn't trim this? You couldn't cut this down a little bit? You couldn't fucking make this leaner? This is exactly what it had to translate to in order to be a fucking name. So extra. So extra.
Oh, near the cave, which is just as snappy. You go, Wales. Number 4. There's only a 21-mile gap between England and France, and the countries are connected by the Channel Tunnel, which opened in 1994. It's the world's 2nd longest underground tunnel, and no, you can't see fishies out the window like I thought you could. I know.
Wait, so did he just say that you can take a trip underground from France to England? Or from France to the UK?
I was just as disappointed as you.
I didn't know that at all.
John and Mary, no, not those two, that was so last month, have been revealed as the most popular male and female names for the last 500 years in the UK.
Wow.
I'm sure Sherlock has joined them now, along with Twerk and Brexit probably, hashtag satire. Number 46. A new study shows that Smith, Jones and Williams have been the most common surnames for nearly 180 years. So there's going to be plenty of Twerk Joneses out there soon. Wow, that kind of sounds like a detective. Twerk Jones on the case. Number 47. Speaking of twerking, kind of. According to The Sun, most Brits will have rumpy-pumpy love time, sex, a total of 4,239 times in their lives. Just one more time for me and I've beaten the average.
4,230 something. Okay, so... Alright. I guess it's pretty high. You know, if you... Well, I don't know. You have a long time to live. I feel like you can really rack it up, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's a high average. I want to compare it to other countries so I can, like, tell.
Just kidding, it's around 4,239 more times and a half. Number 48.
Ooh, and the half.
When the UK was asked what our favourite steamy position for sexy time is, we answered near unanimously, with 31% of us saying, I don't have a favourite. Wow, we are a decisive bunch, us lot.
So boring.
Number 49.
Of an answer. Come on now.
We bloody love fish and chips and Yorkshire puddings and gravy and crumpets over here. The stereotype is true. Which is probably the reason why England has the highest rate of obesity in Europe. That said, we do spend a lot of calories queuing up for stuff. Wow, I'm being really racist to myself here. Number...
Well, at least you guys can, you can find comfort in the fact that there's always someone fatter. Being us. Do we have the highest obesity rate in the world? America? I imagine we do. I don't know for sure. But I imagine we'd probably... Yeah, probably in the entire world.
50! The United Kingdom has brought some of the world's greatest musical artists ever, including the Beatles, Robbie Williams, the Rolling Stones, Queen, Black Sabbath, Robbie Williams, David Bowie, The Who, Oasis, Iron Maiden, Robbie Williams, and of course the Spice Girls. So...
You know what's wild? He said that guy's name 3 times. I've never heard that dude in my life. Like, he keeps saying it as if he's trying to put emphasis on that one. I don't know who Robbie Williams is, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, rest of the world. Number 51. In fact, the Beatles are the highest selling and most successful musical artist of all time. And they came straight out of the UK. Liverpool, to be precise.
Oh, really?
Number 50.
So when Al Murray said that you can take Liverpool, maybe he was wrong, because that bred the Beatles. So, think twice, Al Murray.
2. TV and soaps are also a big dealio. The most watched TV episode of all time in the UK was of a soap set in London called EastEnders. Specifically an episode in 1986 on Christmas Day, which pulled in 30 million viewers.
Oh man.
Number 53. We also love our comedy over here, given that we invented the concept, come at me bro, and have produced many, many funny shows and sitcoms, this not included. A YouGov poll found that the sitcom considered the funniest and most popular is Only Fools and Horses. Number 54. In 2014, 10,908 umbrellas were lost on the London Underground, as well as 20,000 mobile phones. So if you need to get dry and get a new phone...
How do you lose it down there? Are like, lost as in the specific owner doesn't have it anymore? Like, they lost their umbrella and then reported it? Or lost as in, like, got yeeted onto the track and then, you know what I mean? Just gone? I don't know.
Hop on the tube. You never know what you might find. Number 55. A human skull and prosthetic legs have also been found in London without their owner. Oh, Bethnal Green, that's where I left my human skull. I ruined that performance of Hamlet using a basketball instead. Number 56. It was just above a pub named the Red Lion on Great Windmill Street in London that Karl Marx made his marks by
Manifesto?
drafting the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
It's now a Be at One cocktail bar, which is
That's funny. Yeah.
I'm sure what he would have wanted. Number 57.
That manifesto changed a lot, man. That caused a lot of shit in the couple decades afterwards.
Football, or soccer ball, as it's known, is a massive part of
Soccer.
UK culture. In fact, it's such a phenomenon that some YouTube channels do videos about football daily. You're welcome, guys. There's your shout out. Now, stop flooding my inbox with pictures of Joe naked, please.
I played a lot of soccer in my life. Played, I think, I'd have to add it up, but over 10 seasons, definitely, throughout my life. Soccer is a big passion for me, man. And I know I'm not going to call it football because I'm going to confuse anybody who's hearing me that's American. They're going to think I'm talking about American football, talking about soccer. So, at least, even though it might be annoying to hear, you'll still know what I mean when I'm talking about soccer. I played a lot of soccer in my life. I was always goalie because I'm 6'3", I'm a pretty tall dude. I can touch, the crossbar since I was like 12, so it helps to be able to reach every part of the goal. So I had to play goalie a lot. I feel like my shoulders are gonna be messed up when I'm a little bit older blocking those shots because it shock waves your entire body when you block a shot like that.
Number 58. We love football so
Jeez.
much, as a nation,
Yeah.
not Clive and I individually, we're more into bowling, that there are over 5,300 clubs, 7,000 teams, and over 100 stadiums across the UK. Number 59. But not everyone likes football. Many kings, such as Edward II, III, and IV, and Richard II, wanted to actually ban the beautiful game completely.
What?
Number 60.
Interesting.
Even Shakespeare apparently disapproved of football, specifically mentioning it with disdain in his play A Comedy of Errors.
Oh, come on, that's BS. You're gonna make that two different numbers? That's some inflation shit right there.
Your defense is terrified. Shakespeare's on fire. Is that how you do it? Number 61. Speaking of willies, sausages.
Get off the
That was the most
chair.
immature thing I think I've ever done. Sausages are very popular here in the UK. They were introduced by the Romans around AD 400, and there are now 470 recipes for British bangers. Number 62. Our smallest city is St David's in Pembrokeshire, with a population of 1,797. In my mind, it's exactly like Hot Fuzz over there.
Wait, that's your smallest city, 1,797? I guess, I don't know if, the city I used to live in has under 300 population, but I guess maybe that wouldn't be considered a city, maybe more of a town. I don't even know if that's how we classify it over here, but yeah, I lived in a town with under 300 population. I think when our family moved in, we added like 10% population, you know what I mean? Like, it was ridiculous. I could run from one side of downtown to the other in like 3 minutes.
Number
It's
63.
crazy.
The highest temperature ever recorded in England was 38.5 Celsius, which is 101.3 Fahrenheit. Hey, 101. On August the 10th, 2003. Every single man in the UK probably took their top off and got immensely sunburnt, because that, after all, is the British way. Nintendo 64. However, the UK's weather is renowned for raining all the pissing time, and yes, that can be true. In fact, the Met Office found that in Snowdonia, the Lake District, and the Scottish Highlands, they receive more than 4 metres of rainfall in a year. 4 metres!
Oh god.
Number 65. Le Français was actually the official.
Do any of you guys live in those specific areas you just mentioned? Those rainy ass areas? God, I couldn't live. That's like, I wouldn't mind visiting the UK, but rain pisses me off, man. Like, when it's always raining, I can't get my mood up for shit. I'll be tired all day if it's raining all day. Like, right now in Tennessee, like, the weather's bipolar. If I had to describe the weather in Tennessee, I wouldn't say it's always hot or it's always cold. but it's always bipolar. Like, it's always gonna change from the morning to the night, how, like, the temperature, like, drastically, for whatever reason. But it doesn't rain that much. Like, it rains, I feel like, how much it should. Like, it rains, I don't know, once every week and a half, every 2 weeks, you know, in the summer. In the spring, maybe once a week, twice a week at its worst. But once a week or twice a week might seem ridiculously low compared to you guys. Let me know how much average you could probably say it rains where you live.
Official language of England for around 300 years, from 1066 till about 1362. Sounds like I was there. I wasn't actually, I'm not that old, although sometimes I do feel it. Number 66. If you think we're all stuffy and boring over here, well, let me tell you we're bloody not. In fact, the world's second largest second-hand book market can be found in Hay-on-Wye, a small village at the border of England and Wales.
Huh?
So yeah, think we know how to party, thank you very much.
Did he just try to defend UK's boringness with books? He's like, no, we're not boring. We have books. What? How does that prove anything?
Number 67. The village is also famous for proclaiming itself independent from the UK in 1977, with a man named Richard Booth proclaiming himself the king, just as I have, of this VO booth. Bow, loyal subject. Not you, Clive, you're too close. Number 68. The UK, or rather Britain, used to put a flag down and claim, basically own / take over / destroy, many of today's independent countries to add to the vast British Empire. It wasn't pretty. Sorry about that. How bad?
It's still growing.
During World War II, decolonisation took place, and the British Commonwealth was formed, which unified these countries into an intergovernmental group. 54 nations were a part of the Commonwealth, with Queen Lizzie at its head.
Wow. The empire where the sun never sets, right?
Number 70. We here in the UK love news. So much, in fact, that the average person in the UK gets through around 38 kilograms of newspapers every year. Number 71.
Interesting fact.
People from the city of Liverpool, such as the Beatles, are often known as Scousers. The name is short for lobscouse, which was a Scandinavian stew eaten by the sailors who visited the port. So yes, Liverpudlians, you're named after food. The more you know. Number 72. This is Big Ben, isn't it? Wrong! This is Big Ben, the bell inside, not the actual clock.
Yeah, not the tower or the clock, it's a bell.
The clock tower itself is called Elizabeth Tower. Okay? There. Schooled you there, didn't I? So I don't know why I'm so aggressive, sorry. Number 73. East Peckham in Kent, has a unique claim to fame. It's the place where the first ever speeding ticket was issued in January of 1996. A man named Walter Arnold was spotted doing 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour zone. Go speed racer, but was easily apprehended by a policeman riding a bicycle. Number 74. Before we had the pound sterling, we had other monies that sound like the stuff you find in Gringotts. We had farthings, shillings and pennies. 4 farthings equaled a penny, 12 pence equaled 1 shilling, and 20 shillings equaled a pound. So if you ever go back in time, remember that.
Okay.
Number 75.
Gotcha.
Birmingham is the second largest city in the UK. Chances are you've probably been to a Birmingham, as there are 30 other places called Birmingham around the...
Yeah, he showed... The one that he showed I've actually been to. He showed Alabama.
There's even a crater on the moon with the
what?
same name, although you probably haven't been there. And if you say...
No, I haven't been to that one, but I have been to the Alabama one. It's actually not that far. And it's also a really big city and a really shitty city. Like, dangerous city.
You do? I frankly don't believe you. Number 76. If you're visiting Norfolk, watch out for jaspers, also known as wasps, and try not to step on any dodmans, also known as snails. The more rural parts of the county have their own words for many things, including ladybirds, known as bishy barney bees, and money, known as cuta. I wonder...
Whoa, that's so ridiculous. Only in the UK.
Including ladybirds, known as
bishy barney bees, dude. Bishy barney bees. I love that. I will never say ladybug again in my life. ever. I have a new phrase, baby.
Barney bees, and money, known as
Ishy
cuter.
Barney bees.
I wonder if they have a word for the pedestrianisation of Norwich city centre.
Scum. Subhuman scum.
Number 77. According to British law, it's still perfectly legal to kill any Scotsman who enters the city of York if he happens to be carrying a bow and arrow. So, yeah, watch out for that, Yorkish Scottish archers.
Jesus.
Number 78. Killing a swan is a lawful offence in the UK, even if the swan started it by insulting your wife, or perhaps saying your pants look a bit too tight. This is because swans legally all belong to the crown, and therefore are property of the Queen, so killing or injuring a swan carries a penalty of £5,000, or 6 months in jail.
Wow.
Number 79. In St George's Churchyard in Gravesend, there's a life-size statue of Princess Pocahontas, the daughter of a Native American chieftain who is buried in the grounds. She was visiting the area with her English husband, but died of fever, probably not Saturday night fever, but, you know, the lethal one, in 1617. Number 80.
Wait, Pocahontas died in the UK? Huh. Somehow I didn't know that either.
Unlike places like, say, Australia, our wildlife is very unlikely to kill you unless you're on the Hogwarts grounds or any high street after 9 PM on a Saturday. Our wildlife includes foxes, badgers, owls, squirrels, ducks, robins, and hedgehogs. No killer spiders here.
Wow, those are some dangerous animals, bro. You must be sweating on a daily.
Yet. Number 81. That being said, though, we do have a native venomous snake in the UK called the adder, but it's pretty meek and will only bite as a last resort. Nobody has died from its bite in over 20 years.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit in the US that can kill you. Not a ton where I live. You'd have to be asking for it to die to an animal where I live, but it's possible. Or you could hit a deer while you're driving. That's probably, if you're gonna get fucked up by an animal where I live, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna hit a deer while you're driving, or while someone else is driving, or something like that.
Number 82. Eating a mince pie on Christmas Day was set to be illegal in England thanks to Oliver Cromwell. The law was put in place in an effort to stop gluttony. However, the ban was abolished when Charles II became king, so never came into practice.
Okay.
Number 83. The national anthem... No, not you, Radiohead. The other one, God Save the Queen, or King, was first performed publicly in 1745 at London's Theatre Royal in Drury Lane, after a performance of Ben Jonson's play The Alchemist. There you go, that'll help you out in a pub quiz.
Alright.
Number 84. These 3 golden lions are the symbols of England's crest, and also appear on England's football team's symbol too. All together now. 3 lions on the shirt. The lions come from Henry I, known as the Lion of England. He is a lion, and you're gonna hear him roar. Number 85. This random assembly of stones is known as Stonehenge.
Hello, Stonehenge!
Yes, thank you, Doctor. Stonehenge stands on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire and is a very popular tourist spot to this day, but nobody knows why it was built or even how. Number 86.
I've heard a lot of different theories on that, and a lot of them sound likely, but man, I mean, I've also heard a lot of like crazy out there stories for that. Let me know what y'all think. Like, obviously, it is possible. It would be possible for humans to build that with just ingenuity, maybe some pulley systems or whatever. But I think the craziest part is, or my favorite part to hear about, is just how far they took the stones, because the stones weren't there and then assembled. They brought them from somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the more confusing part to me, is just how they transported those giant stones from where they came from originally.
What we do know, though, apart from that Pandorica is very nearby, is that it was built around 3000 BC, and construction was spread over many hundreds of years. The last changes were made in the early Bronze Age in around 1500 BC.
Okay.
Number 87. The British Library in London is the largest library in the world.
Really?
It has more than 170 million items catalogued. And hopefully soon in the future, my autobiography, Love is the Oldest Law, writes the Sam and Jen story. Number 88. United Kingdom is one of the only countries in the world without a written constitution. Of course, we still have laws and stuff. It's not quite anarchy in the UK, sorry Sex Pistols, but nobody's actually bothered to write the laws down. Number 89.
Wow.
England's first telephone directory was published in 1880 and only had 248 names and addresses in it.
Back to the fact right before this, you don't have a written constitution. Like, if you per se try to look up UK laws, I imagine you're still gonna get answers like, is this illegal, is this not? There are things that are probably written down, but I feel like it's just, I feel like y'all probably just still have common sense. Like, alright, would this be illegal? Am I fucking shit up by this action? I am fucking, okay, this is probably illegal. You know, I feel like you guys probably just like work it out on your own. You don't really need someone to tell you what to and not do. Oh god, I just got out of the video. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. I accidentally got out of the video, but we're back to the same spot.
99.
All I was saying is, like, I feel like even though you can probably figure out what the laws are in the UK, whether they exist or not, the rules, I feel like even if you can't, I feel like most English people can kind of feel it out. Common sense, or not English, British people can feel it out and just kind of get a sense of it on their own. Either way.
England's first telephone directory was published in 1880 and only had 248 names and addresses in it. Number 90.
Okay.
In its past, London has had some far flashier names, including Londinium, Ludenwick, and Ludenberg. Number 91. The UK is also the home of the wonderful NHS, or National Health Service. This provides free healthcare for all citizens of the country due to being paid for through taxes. Which is nice because if you trip over a hedgehog and scuff your knee, it won't cost you anything. Result.
If I tripped over a hedgehog and stuffed my knee, it wouldn't cost me anything? Or no, it would cost me something, but I wouldn't get anything for it. The shitty thing about the American healthcare system is you're basically going in there to see, okay, I am going in with problems. This has happened to me many times. Okay, so this is kind of anecdotal. It's a personal kind of hypothetical. Not even hypothetical. This has actually happened to me. The thought I get when I go into an American doctor, because I'm sick or I need to for work or whatever reason I have to go to the doctor. It's always just, I'm gonna go in with nothing, I'm gonna gain nothing, and I'm gonna lose a fuck ton of money for no reason. So you go to the doctor, that give you advice basically, and then they send you home, right? Like you might get some medication for it, right? Like say I'm sick, I have the fucking flu, or say here's the problem with the American healthcare system. If you think you have the flu and you can't tell if you have the flu and you go to the doctors, they don't tell you whether or not you have the flu until they do. And then once they do tell you, they only tell you because they're gonna charge you $200 to tell you that you have the flu. Or you can go in there and you're like, hey, I think I have the flu. I'm super sick. And you might not have the flu because you're not a doctor. You don't know. You just have a cold. Your hair was still wet when you walked your dog. This is the actual thing that happened to me. I got a cold because I took a shower and then walked my dog, and it was colder outside than I expected. Okay, I'm a dumbass, my fault, whatever. Not mad that I got sick. The point of the story is all I had was a common cold. I went to the doctor because I thought I might have the flu. I felt like death, right? I go to the doctor. They do tests on me to see if I have the flu. I don't have the flu, but you still have to pay for the test to figure out whether or not you had the flu. So he's talking about, oh, I'm in the UK, I'm sick, I feel whatever, I bumped my knee, I'm gonna go to the doctor, no big deal. But for me, I have to second guess every time I even want to get medical treatment because they're gonna charge me an arm and a leg just to tell me whether or not I have anything wrong. And then if, oh, God forbid you do actually have something wrong, because instead of the hundreds of dollars that I'm thinking about here, getting pissed at, if you actually have something wrong, you better walk up in there with 4 digits ready to drop, because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They will charge you an arm, leg, and an eyeball to go to the doctors in America.
Number 92. There are 1.4 million.
Unless you have medical insurance, and then they're charging you an arm and a leg every month, no matter what.
Employees
You
with
still have to make a copay when you do go there.
and the health service, helping out those who have fallen over hedgehogs everywhere. And they're all amazing. Thanks, guys. You the best. Also, government, pay them more. Number 93. It's not just hedgehogs, though, that the NHS have to deal with. On average, 488 people are injured by zips, and 3,078 people are injured by slippers every year in the
What?
UK. They are dangerous, though. Look at them. Ooh, don't trust them.
These are slippers in the UK? Like, is it like slippers as in like you wear these around the house? Your house shoes? When I think slippers in the US, I think this fuzzy ass flip-flop. Or something that slides on and it's fuzzy and keeps your feet warm for when you're in your house and it's cold as fuck. That's
Number
what I think when I think slippers.
94. Asgard.
Or you might be able to wear them out to in public if you're me, but you're gonna get strange looks.
That seems to be a big hit here, sadly, for all you Garys out there. The name Gary is, as of 2013, less popular in the UK than both the names Thor and Loki. Number 95. England was part of the shortest war in history. They fought Zanzibar in 1896, and Zanzibar surrendered after 38 minutes. Number 96.
Not
A
surprised.
relative of Shakespeare on his mother's side, Edward Arden, was arrested for plotting against Queen Elizabeth I. He was imprisoned in the Tower of London and executed there. Write a poem about that, Willie. Number 97. Speaking of old Bill Shakespeare, he only left his wife one thing in his will. It says, "I gave unto my wife my second best bed with the furniture." I hope that bed was okay. Sorry, Anne Hathaway. No, not that one, the other. Yeah, there you go. Number 98. With 37 plays, 154 sonnets, the plays that he collaborated on, and the lost plays, Shakespeare wrote an average of 1.5 plays a year since he first started in 1589. That's all very well and good, but could he do 101 facts about any given topic? Probably.
Yeah, Jesus,
Number 99.
calm down.
This fact is something that you can repeat word for word.
See that? That's what I have to deal with when I'm editing all the time. Y'all don't see it because I usually have her like in another room or something when I'm recording, because I know she's jumping up on me, trying to attack my hair, trying to rub up against my headphones, trying to whatever. This is what I have to deal with.
Word in order to sound cleverer.
I am sorry I cut him off and I'm gonna go back.
Probably. Number 99. This fact is something that you can repeat word for word in order to sound cleverer. You're welcome. Here we go, ready? Shakespeare is most often referred to as a playwright of the Elizabethan era, but his most popular plays were written after Elizabeth's death. His later plays show distinct characteristics of the Jacobean dramas, like, duh, obviously. Number 100.
Ooh.
Shakespeare has been credited by the Oxford English Dictionary for introducing around 3,000 words to the English language. It's been estimated that his vocabulary ranged from 17,000 to 23,000 words.
Holy crap.
Number 101.
We're almost done.
An Anglophile is not something that puts you on a register, but is rather defined as someone who loves England and Britain. Are you an Anglophile? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I know you've got to this point, and I'll be really, really impressed. Really impressed. I'll give your comment likes and everything. It's gonna be so good. So good. Anyways.
Yeah, on that note, if you've made it this far into my video with my weird ranting and trying to subdue my cat from tearing my headphones off, leave a comment. Say yellow lighter if you made it this far. Say yellow lighter. And like the video, because if you made it this far, 50 minutes into this video, then you must really like me. So like the video and subscribe if you want to see more of me. I'm gonna let him finish up here.
Sam from the future, internet and board, your turn, buddy. That was 101 facts about the UK, and I don't know about you, but I had a lovely time. I really, really did. Lovely. If you want more 101 Facts videos like I really want a cup of tea, which is quite stereotypical, but what can I say? I'm tired and thirsty. Click on subscribe right now. And also, by the way, click on the bell. You'll get notifications every time there's a new 101 video. How good is that? Get with the cool kids, ring my bell. Not like that, I mean click on the bell. And you get, it's not an actual ding-a-ling-ling bell, it's just, yeah, you know where it is, you know what to do, you're clever people. Anyway, watch this video I'm about to...
Alright, I got it. I got the point. Alright, since I now get to mirror his awkward energy that he was just putting out there because I have the same energy. Kind of like that. Alright, but that was a good video. I'm surely gonna do more videos from this channel once I branch out into other countries. I see there's one about Canada, facts about Europe, the Vikings, North Korea. So as I branch off into different countries and start learning about different countries, I'll hit up this channel to see the 101 facts about that specific country and all that. But thank you for suggesting this. And until next time, peace out. Love y'all. Vibes never die.
All we got is a bag in the backseat. And it's love we share, not shabby at all.